What is going on? The Yosemite Guide here, coming at you from Yosemite National Park. Today we're hiking out to Ostrander Lake. It's located up Glacier Point Road, exactly 9 miles. An amazing lake, popular cross-country skiing spot. There's a little hut out here. You can actually stay there. It's open only in the winter time, and we might be able to sneak into it. But pretty cool spot to cross-country ski out to. It's 6.2 miles each way. Some pretty good hills in there, especially at the end. Nice big elevation gain. And last time I was out here was a couple of years ago, and it had just entire area kind of burned out. So we'll see what it looks like now, getting back from that burn scar. Some of these high temperature burns are pretty devastating to the area and sometimes take decades to rejuvenate. So we'll check on that, see how it looks, and let's enjoy the hike. And it's definitely a less traveled trail. You still get a lot of encroachment on this trail certain times of year, but really cool through here. A little bit muddy on the feet, but this is a cool section. Yeah, it starts out pretty level in the beginning here, so that's pretty cool. And this is absolutely beautiful through here. I'm trying to make good time. I'm running a little bit late. Shout out to Derek and Jenny Walker, good friends of mine. Just got married at Glacier Point, so I went to that. It was one of the most beautiful ceremonies that I've ever been to, and not a bad location with Half Dome in the backdrop. I'll show some videos and pictures of those guys at the end of the video, but it was a really awesome wedding. But now I'm in a time crunch. Look at this little guy, little tree frog. All right, we'll continue on, try and make good time here. The sun's starting to set pretty early, and you could see that burn scar going through here. I should have looked up what year that fire was. It's been a few years now. A couple of them have gone through here, but the big one did some pretty good damage through this section. But it just slowly starts to regenerate, and circle of life happening right here. A lot of these standing dead trees too will provide tons of homes for little critters, owls, birds, all kinds of stuff. So there's some good that comes out of this as well. But we're gonna keep on trucking here. All right, so we're just over a mile in, and we got a little split in the trail. To the right heads towards Bridal Creek campground, and that's gonna be like 1.6, 1.7 miles down. We're gonna stay to the left here, and we got Ostrander 4.5 miles here. So we're making pretty good progress. I got a light jog going for a lot of this, so we'll see what kind of time it takes us to get out here. Cool meadow section through here. Nice wide open area. We're heading up underneath that little crest, I think. Okay, we're a little over 2 miles in, maybe 2.3 miles in, and we got a major split here in the trail. We want to make sure we go left here towards Ostrander Lake. Pretty well signed up here. You got going straight, I'll take you towards Wawona, Buck Camp, even Chiquita Pass, Fernandez Pass, where we did that Chain Lakes video. It'll take you that direction. But we're gonna go left here towards Ostrander Lake, 3.9 miles from here. Not too bad, and a whole lot of burned trees, but still really pretty out here. And we're a little under halfway in here, and this hike, you're not going to get a ton of those big Yosemite views, but it is just a lesser traveled trail, a good trail to recharge the soul on and just be alone with yourself and nature. And the lake at the end is spectacular, so there's that as well. But just a really cool early summertime trail. Those wildflowers are going nuts on this trail, so there's some really pretty spots of just solid wildflowers on here. So there's definitely that in the first half of the summer, so that's something to keep an eye out for. So we're 3 miles in from Glacier Point Road, and there's an old road right here, some old asphalt. I don't know what year this is from, but it's just crazy how Mother Nature just takes over and takes out all these old man-made stuff. But it's pretty weird to see evidence of a road through here. It's kind of cool. Nice. And all these plants are dying off here, but I mean, this is a section that all this stuff would just be blooming and flowers everywhere through here. There's something really serene and pretty that I could appreciate with all this dead brush and stuff. It's still really cool looking for sure. And the last 2 miles here, we're getting into some better elevation gain. Ground's starting to get a little more rough, but we're doing pretty good in that department. We're just gonna keep on plugging along. I think I'm less than 2 miles to the lake, but I have only seen like 4 people out here today. Pretty cool. Okay, we on the home stretch now. I always forget what a butt kicker that last 2 miles is, because we're over 85, we're about 8,500 feet elevation. So I mean, even the hills that aren't that steep, they just feel steeper because of the lack of oxygen. So it was definitely a pretty good workout there. I got less than a mile to go here. Things have leveled out a little bit. Okay, we're coming down on this beautiful lake. I gotta check the mileage on the way out because I didn't reset my GPS at the start, but I feel like I'm under 6 miles right now, so I'm gonna find out the exact distance on my way out. I'll check that, but it definitely feels like I'm under 6 miles, even though it said 6.2. But it was 1,500 feet of elevation gain approximately, and we're just coming down on the lake here, still rocking these bare feet, and felt pretty good out here. So let's check this out. And our official time to get out here was 2 hours and 15 minutes, so not too bad. I had a pretty steady pace, but I took one break where I was messing with my GPS. But this is awesome. We got the old ski hut here. This is a really popular spot to come cross country ski out to from Badger Pass, our small ski resort here in Yosemite. A really small mountain, but a good place to learn how to ski or snowboard. I used to snowboard instruct there for quite a bit. And yeah, you cross country ski out to this hut. It's a little over 10 miles each way, and you could stay the night out here, and I think they cook you a meal or something if I'm not mistaken. But this is really cool. Like, what an accomplishment to build this thing out here. It's all locked up. That's good. Little hatch going up the ladder. That's all locked up. So it's where you tie your horse up. I don't know. We got some solar panels here. That's cool. Pretty good size little cabin here. So we're gonna go down here and get some lunch though. Check this lake out. Man, this is so cool out here at Ostrander. Just absolutely beautiful. I call this hike probably moderate just because of the total distance and 1,500 foot elevation gain. About 2.5 miles of steady uphill, but really not too bad, honestly. It would be strenuous if you're out of shape, but pretty awesome. I could hear those fish jumping. Should have brought a pole here. This is beautiful. And it's so cool. I only saw a half dozen people today. It looks like I'm all alone here. And Glacier Point today was insane. There was a line of cars trying to get down into it, no parking. It was pretty ridiculous. So to be out here with nobody else feels pretty special. It's a date today, October 19th. So we're getting into that season. It's getting pretty cold. I can tell the ground's freezing at night, but it's a beautiful day out here. It's got to be close to almost 70 degrees, but it's going to cool down fast once that sun goes down. So let's get some lunch. All right, so I've had a total lunch disaster today. I froze my meal. I got some chicken mix and rice. That's really good. But I forgot my stove somehow. And I forgot my Cheez-Its. It was my cheese element in my burritos. But this is a survival situation. So I'm gonna eat some like burrito popsicles. I got a couple tortillas here. So I'm just gonna assemble. I got my ghost chili sauce as usual. And I brought a serrano pepper too. Give me some good flavor. Although it's starting to get a little rotten there on the end. Should still be good there. Oh wow. This one's hot. They're not always hot. Got my frozen chicken mixture here. I feel like I could break it up a little bit. Kind of really frozen. I know this is still going to be good though. I'll just try and break up my block of rice. Block of rice ice. Not sure which way to say that. It's all fully cooked. It's still going to be magic. Burrito popsicle. Might be onto something here. And here I'm going to add my ghost pepper sauce. I'm going to not use a ton of this sauce because that serrano is seriously kicking. I'll just do like 3 or 4 or 5 drops across. That should be good. Here's my popsicle burritos. These are gonna be great. Little torpedo burrito here. Had to throw on a little jacket before I got into these because the burritos are so cold. It's starting to get a little chilly out here. But let's give these a go. Cheers. So honestly, it's pretty darn good. The flavors are really good. I should have used less rice or no rice just because the texture is really weird being frozen. But pretty good so far. It would have been really good just straight chicken, but that's all right. I'm just trying to imagine what this would have tasted like heated up. It's almost so good. Okay, burrito number 2 is going to be a lot better. I took out some of the frozen blocks of rice, and most of this rice is a lot looser. So I'm thinking this one's going to be a lot better. lot more chicken in this one. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that ice rice is not where it's at. First burrito, I give it like a 3.4. This one coming in at like 5.8, I'd say, but pretty good for a popsicle burrito. Never thought I'd have the potential to get brain freeze from a burrito, but Ostrander Lake all to myself. Well, with you guys. Appreciate you. Oh, there's a nice sized trout. I don't know if you can pick that up. Oh, there's a couple pretty good sized ones in there. I think you got too much glare, but I'm seeing some good trout. They look hungry. And a nice shot of the hut here, the cabin. It's so cool. It's just like right on the lake. Yeah, it's really pretty here when this is frozen over too. I mean, it has snow piled up on it when you come here, so I mean, you can't really tell there's a lake there, but it's still cool. There it is. Looks pretty solid. And we're ready to go on out of here. Make sure you take the same way out. You got another trail going that way around the lake, heads towards some other lakes, Heart Lake, and it just keeps going. Endless Yosemite trails. All right, time to hightail it out of here. And the lighting is so cool through here. I love it. Little obstacle. Yeah, this is rad. This is one of those wildflower sections here for early summertime. Pretty hard to go fast after those burrito pops that are sitting in my stomach there, but not bad. It could have been a lot worse. At least I'm full, so that's good. This is magical. Sometimes I like to just stop when I'm in an area like this and listen. And go. I like doing that. All right, guys, well, that about does it for this one. Ended up being just over 6 miles each way, so did a little over 12 miles round trip, 6 miles barefoot. It was an amazing day. Hope you had a good time. Those burrito pops were something else, but I'll try and do better next time. So don't forget to like that video, and we'll catch you on the next one. I'm gonna cut now to some of the shots of that wedding I went to up at Glacier Point earlier. Pretty spectacular place to get married. So best wishes to Derek and Jenny Walker in their new lives together. Peace out. Love you.
Derek and Jenny, having witnessed your guys' vows for marriage before God, friends, family, and a ton of strangers, by the authority invested in me by the church, by the state of California, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Derek, you may kiss the bride. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce you for the first time, Mr. and